All right, you ready?
Okay, hey Ryan, we're playing Slime
We are
Survivors.
playing Slime
At the
Survivors.
top of the screen, you can see it right there. Boop-a-doo. My
Boop-a-doo.
favorite game, Fall Guys. I love it so much.
Zach, question.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever want to get a tattoo?
I want to get a tattoo of Fall Guys onto my heart so I can
Because
always
of
keep it
how
close to
much you
me.
love that game?
That would be a good tattoo.
Okay. What would you get? What would you get a tattoo of?
The Triforce, but like not just a Triforce, like the whole thing, not just the triangles, the whole
Okay.
shebang on my arm. Because
Uh,
that's dope.
did you? I think it was Michael Jones who got the white ink Triforce, which is
Yeah.
really cool. The white ink is
It,
awesome.
it, it it's cool because in Zelda games, like there's this sort of like slight Triforce in the hand, but then it'll glow. It's like whoa,
Um,
that shit out.
my parents have made it very clear if any of us ever come home with tattoos, we're disowned. I know they don't mean that. Both of my, all of my uncles and aunts have tattoos, and my cousins have tattoos. They don't actually care, but I think they're just trying to not encourage us to get tattoos, which makes me want to get a tattoo more. But one thing
Really,
that,
Ryan? You're
yeah,
the guy who I asked, would you get a tattoo? And you're like, yeah, sure. I'm like, if really, and you're like, I don't know. Like, if you had to get one, what would you get? Oh no, a dot on the bottom of my heel.
no, well,
That's what you answered in high school.
that is exactly what I answered in high school, and I can attest to that. And I answered that very recently too. No, but a good honest answer is partially because I don't know, right? Like I don't know what to go for. It's if you ever want to tattoo something, it's permanent, right? And so a lot of the decisions I make, I'm a very much a person who's driven by interests at a time. So trying to like, I would never get a tattoo of D&D. I'd never get a tattoo of TV shows I watch or movies that I like or anything like that because I know how much it varies from year to year and month to month and whatever. Um,
Yeah, see, that's my thing. Like, I was talking to my dad because I'm like, can I get a tattoo? He's like, no. And then I'm like, why not? He's like, you can get one when you're 25 and your brain has been fully developed.
okay,
And I'm
fair.
like, okay, that's fair.
That is entirely fair.
Uh, but he's like saying, it's like, because I'm talking about like specifically the Triforce one, and then he's like, you don't even know if you want it in the future. I'm like, Dad, if I ever stop loving Legend of Zelda, put me in a mental institute because something is severely wrong. All been loaded for like 5 minutes. I'm doing normal.
Wow, yeah, we really have been in. Wow, I didn't even
Oh wait,
notice. Um, yeah, no, but honest answer, one thing, okay, because I'd go with something minimalistic usually, because that's just my thing, and maybe go with something nature based like trees or flowers, something like that, because I did get a tattoo of a flower, fuck yeah. Um, but one thing that I've been kind of on board with, and I don't know if this is an actual thing or not, or if it's just a fictional thing, but I'd be so down for a glow in the dark tattoo or a black light tattoo.
Yeah. So that way, when you're like, hey, check this shiz out, and then you're like, bam, they're like, what is it? And you're like, take a black light, and they're like, I don't fucking have a black light.
Yeah, no,
Well, you will never know then.
you'll have to find out one way or another. No, but it's one of those things where it's like a glow in the dark or black light tattoo would actually be kind of cool. I don't think glow in the dark exists hands down. Um, but it'd be pretty cool. And I'd also be down for a white ink tattoo. Um, but
Lightning too?
huh?
Lightning?
White ink, because I think those look very
Light.
cool. Um, but again, like I'd just as, and you can attest to any time I've ever had to name anything. I spend so much time on names, um, because they're a cool form of expression and they can mean a lot. And I always am sad when people don't take time to like really give put thought into a name.
Ooh, sorry, that's me.
No,
Everything I create.
and there's some things that it's like, okay, this isn't worth the time putting into a name, naming something, but like, for my D&D characters, I put a lot of time into into the name, because I'm like, I want this to
I
be,
sure don't.
huh?
I sure don't.
Nope, not at all.
Actually, I put that into Marin's name
Yeah, you did. You did.
because Zelda actually named her because of her Zelda character.
Yeah. But I put a lot of time into names, so I know I would put so much more time into a tattoo. Just you standing there, sadly.
I hate this game.
You've gotten the same games over and over again, too.
Well, 'cause it's all the starting games. Like there's the starting, middle, and end games. We're in the end games now.
I was
not because I never get there.
Zach, you know how I went, oh, I can make an endgame reference. Nope. That would be stupid. Okay.
Ryan, every time one of us thinks I could make this joke, but it'd be stupid, the other one says it every time.
I know, it's almost impressive.
So, I fucking didn't quit. God damn.
No, but yeah,
Yeah. If one of us thinks that's a bad joke, just wait for the other one to say it, then we can continue.
yeah. No, I know, and I understand where my parents are coming from with the whole tattoos, because, they're not a fan of, like, the whole sleeves or fucking face tattoos, which I would just never get. I respect people who get it, because I think they're fucking awesome. I personally, I don't know if, I mean, I assume you haven't seen it. I love Ellie's tattoo from The Last of Us Part 2.
I haven't seen it.
It is a beautiful tattoo. But, I don't know. I'd go with something like, something nature, or something, I don't know, I would never impulse get a tattoo. That's why I never ever get an answer to that question.
But okay. Here's my thing. Fuck yeah, I'd get a Zelda tattoo. Fuck yeah, I'd get a Kingdom Hearts tattoo. There's only two games that I really be like, fuck yeah about.
Yeah.
I like Assassin's Creed a lot, but the recent games have been like, so like, I'd still probably get one because I love the logo and the games. But oh well.
Fair enough. Well,
Skyrim. I love Skyrim.
See, and that's
I
the
wouldn't
thing.
get a tattoo, but I love Skyrim.
I do too. Well, and here's the other thing is and this is the same reason that I don't drink. I mean, aside from the fact that I'm underage, but the same reason that I don't intend to drink once I'm older, at least for the future, is like I don't feel like I'm in a good enough space in my life to make that kind of decision. Like if I do ever want to get a tattoo, I want to be at the point where I feel at least okay, right? Like we're all going through shit right now, amped up. Because we're in college.
You're such a serious little boy, aren't you?
No, I mean we are. I mean, okay, we're going through it right now, right? We're in the middle of a pandemic.
Ryan, can't you just make a joke about someone getting a dick tattoo or something?
Sorry, you're here. This is what you're getting. This is what you're getting on this show. No, but you and I are both. Everyone's in the middle of a pandemic, but we're both in college. And just dealing with law right now. So it's like I wouldn't want to make that kind of decision at this point in my life. I shouldn't make any massive decisions at this point in my life. Like that's the whole point of being, in our 20s, is not making massive decisions yet.
I'm not making any massive decisions. I just wanted a Zelda tattoo since I was 18.
No, yeah, and you've wanted that for a long time. So, that's fair. That isn't totally 100% fair.
When I'm 25, my dad says, okay,
I'll go with you.
I'm not gonna get it because I'll be like, yeah. And then I check the price, I'm like, fuck no.
That is way too expensive.
When I was younger, I'm like, oh yeah, sleeve would be cool because they look cool. I wouldn't have enough to fill up a sleeve, so I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
But if I did, I definitely wouldn't do it because now that I look at it, I'm like, that would take so freaking long and so
Yeah.
fucking much money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I qualify?
You did.
Oh shit.
It's funny because you can also ask me because I'm so far behind in lag that you probably the answer's probably popping up.
Like I'm not even paying attention. I don't know what's happening.
Um, no, but yeah, it's expensive. Well, and that's well, the other thing is, I feel like you need to have a specific vibe about. I know you don't like to use the word vibe, but like, you need to, if you're gonna get a tattoo, there's ways to fashion it, right?
I want to become buffer first, so
Same.
so I can be like Jack. Check out my tats, bro.
I just want to get in shape. um, no, but yeah, I don't know. There's just so much happening. I don't know where I was going with that sentence.
Yeah, I don't either. Do you know something funny my mom told me?
Do tell.
She was just like, is like, we're talking about like working out and like doing healthy things, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't need to work out. Check out these muscles, so I like flex and stuff, right? As like a joke. Don't worry, guys, I'm not like that. But so my mom's like, your muscles were bigger before, and then I'm like, I don't care. I don't need to be defined. I'm still the strongest one in the family. And then my mom was like, yeah, that's a fair point.
That is accurate.
Bro, they definitely look stronger than me, but I can lift the most.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. Yeah, no, it's quarantine's been hard on everyone. If you're watching this, take care of yourselves.
Also, want to point out, for anyone who's wondering about what just happened on screen, I was not paying attention one bit. I just wait for the countdown. Wherever everyone else runs, I run too.
Honestly, the way I was like, oh, I can tell you which one to go to. Oh, wait. There's a delay. You've probably already decided.
Yeah, I literally, I only look at what platform I was standing on, and then that's the only thing, and I don't even usually remember that too. I don't even remember which one I'm standing on.
Oh my.
It just worked. Everyone else paying attention. You have enough time to run to wherever else running. Proven by what just happened.
Yeah. Yellow team, go yellow.
God. Yellow team sucks though.
I mean, all the eggs are already basically yellow, so might as well. You're already first step there.
What?
I mean, it looks like everything. Okay, that didn't make sense. That made more sense in my head. That was a terrible joke. Anyway, carrying on.
I hate this game. Wait, I mean, I love it. It's so fun. Oh look, all the eggs are gone. Time to.
Just go steal from red. Just keep red at the bottom. Right, it's easier than trying
This is
to.
true. Let me grab this.
I mean, that's a good general rule. It's like it's easier to just steal from the lowest. Wow, that is
Yeah.
the
Steal
worst
from the
thing.
poor and
That is the worst
keep
thing I've
yourself.
ever said. But in this game mode, it's easier to just keep the lowest down there. So like, as long as you're ahead enough, you're fine. God, I feel bad saying that. Ugh.
Why? Steal from the poor, give to yourself.
Seriously though,
It's a video game. It doesn't
it's a
matter.
video game. It does not matter.
That's the mentality that causes problems in Sword Art Online, my favorite TV show ever.
Oh boy, are you gonna do that 2 hour or that you?
I'm not. Okay. Just for quick summary, fuck this game. Sorry.
Just the anger, the genuine anger. I don't know how you're supposed to get out of there, by the way.
I don't either. I think you're supposed to kick the egg out and jump over.
I think so too.
But then I lose the egg.
but at least there's one
Okay.
less egg inside of red.
Okay. But Sword Art Online. I'm just gonna say this. I don't watch anime. I don't like anime. I watch like 2 different animes. One people say is not an anime, so who cares?
What's the one that's not an anime?
Avatar.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Some people don't qualify as anime. Hey, I qualified. I did nothing the entire time. Great. I
Hey, you
love
kicked
this
eggs
game.
out. You're doing good.
But so I love Avatar and I like One Punch Man. It's funny. The guy's emotionless. I relate.
You really are a
The
lot
only
of
reason
cinema.
why I like the show. Every other anime I've seen, I don't like because it sucks. I don't think it sucks. It's not my taste. Don't fucking get all mad if you're a fucking weeb and like anime.
I
I'm
actually,
Japanese. I don't like anime. Deal with it.
I do find it funny because you and I actually fit the 2 main characters of One Punch Man very well. You are said about I am Genos. You are
Genos?
just because like you are very calm, collected, like just I'm not gonna say apathetic, but apathetic.
I am. Like everyone knows. I'm not
But like, I make up for that by being everything twofold.
I wouldn't really describe him as that, but okay. Well, my point, Ryan.
Yes.
I was watching a video one day, right?
Yes.
And people were talking about Sword Art Online.
Yes.
And I heard of this show before, and I've heard people dislike it a lot.
Yes.
So I was curious. I'm like, okay, if I already don't like anime, how would I feel about this show? Also, I heard the premise, and I love video games. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I'd watch a video game TV show. So how could they fuck that up? I watched it. I watched the first season. I hate everything after the first 13 episodes. If you watch the show, you should know what I'm talking about. Where the first
Oh, no.
13 episodes lie. 14th, I'm in debate. Everything after sucks.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay. Honestly, all this shit, it's fine. And I watched the second season. I was like, okay, this isn't good. This isn't good. It's honestly, it's fine. It's fine. It's not good. It's fine. And then, literally today and part of yesterday, I watched watched season 3 and part of season 4, which is the underworld story. If you guys follow it, my fuck,
That bad.
the show is awful. Like there's so many problems with it. First 13 episodes I think are good. I'll just say that. I'm not gonna go into why or anything. I think they're good. 14th gets iffy. Everything after gets my god. That show. My god. Like, okay, if you dislike it, please comment down below. Agree with me. If you like it, please don't comment. I like the show. Don't say it's bad. There's parts that I like about the show. I watch it and I enjoy parts of it. I can watch it and perfectly understand why someone likes it.
Visually-
I like parts of it.
Visually speaking, what I have seen was gorgeous. For especially in the first 13 episodes, beautiful.
Yeah, the first 13 episodes in my mind are actually really good.
Yeah, it's a different show.
Really well, structured really well. Everything after that sucks. But like, I'm talking mostly from an objective, like how like things are made and how stories are told. It is objectively done very poorly. and then there is the aspect of I like the main 2 characters. I
Yes.
think it's great. I think it's a lot of fun. I like the other characters from Sword Art Online. The first 13 episodes, that portion, I like those characters. I'm okay with the gun girl online girl. She's fine. And then season 3 comes around and scratch all that shit. It's just it's done in such a poor way, and I don't get it. I don't get how they took the first 13 episodes and made something good and then butt fucked it.
It's like someone.
So-
It's like
It's
someone.
not recognizable.
It's like someone else wrote it. It like, from what I can gather, because I've seen. Okay, so my experience with Sword Art Online is even weirder because I watched the first 13, 14 episodes to the key event of season 1. I'll put it that way. I mean, not too hard to figure out what it was.
The 40th episode.
Yeah, 14th episode. So, I saw that. And then, I don't know why, but I missed the rest of season 1. Like, it wasn't recommended for me. The website I was watching it on just...
Oh, you did that for a reason. Why would I recommend that?
I mean, I got lucky in retrospect, but... No, so I missed a huge chunk of the rest of season 1, I guess. So I missed a lot of the criticisms people had, and then I just never watched season 2 or 3. Well, so actually that's not true, because I went back, and I was like, okay, time to watch season 2, because I finished season 1, I guess. So I started season 2, and there was a huge disconnect, because I'd missed a lot that I didn't know about. And as I was watching it, I went, did I miss something? I feel like I'm missing something. It feels like a huge, okay, I guess I didn't. But I had. So... Now having you watch this and watch more than I have, it's just like, it sounds like 2 different shows. It sounds like 2 different authors. Like they got writers, screenwriters, and then they're like, all right, you did the first 13, that was great, goodbye. Never come back.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The show has its charm. I get why you might like it. I do enjoy it. I actually do like the show. But when the show... I could handle the second half of season 1. It was weird. It wasn't done great, but it was okay. The first half of season 2, it was different. It was interesting. I'm okay with it. I wouldn't say I loved it. I wouldn't say I disliked it. It was okay. Second half... Definitely, I'm not gonna get into why I didn't. It's just problems with it.
Yeah.
Like, just mostly the whole lack of actual character development, even though it seemed like they were trying to, when ultimately they didn't. That just bothered me because I like the characters, or I like the main character that was focused around that time. The random characters they added in for that one part, I didn't care about. I didn't care for them. That's my problem. Is they actually keep adding characters that I just don't care about.
Yeah.
I like the initial characters. They were good. They were fun. They have a nice relationship. All their friendships, they're good. And then they just throw it out and add all these new characters. I just don't care.
Well, and interesting. One of the other things that I kind of gather from your discussion of your experience watching through the show is it seems like they don't the directors or the writers, the producers, whoever doesn't seem to understand what the appeal of the show is. Like they have the assumption of what people are coming to the show for. Like I loved that the first 13 episodes, 14 episodes, because the main characters, the protagonists, their relationship was wonderful. Was genuinely well done. It felt real to some capacity, and it was understandable. She was also very attractive.
That was such a pause.
I mean, that too. But there were a lot of reasons that was an attraction for the show, and then I liked the setting of the first half of season 1, right? Like it was cool. So they jumped out of there so fast. It's almost like they could have probably done an additional 2 or 3 seasons.
Ryan, here's the thing: the entire show should have took place in the game Sword Art Online.
It should have, yes.
It should have all taken place there. Oh, Ryan, do you know what Sword Art Online Progressive is?
Oh my god. Is that the game that's free on the PlayStation Store?
No, Ryan, it's not free. That's a free demo.
Oh wow! Wait, there's a full game that they're charging people money for?
Yes, there might be multiple actually. Um, but no, Ryan. Uh, Sao Progressive is I think it was like a comic book or a manga, whatever
Oh
it's called,
yeah,
anime. It's that, but it follows it floor by floor.
yeah, yeah.
And I heard of that, and I'm like, that actually seems good. See, if they did that as a show, it would have been good, in my personal opinion. Personally, seeing what they're doing now and how they're writing it and how they're messing up continuity constantly makes me question whether actually this would be good or not. If they stuck with the consistency of the first 13 episodes, it would be good. In my personal opinion, if you didn't like the first 13 episodes, that's fine.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
might be, but in my personal opinion, from an objective standpoint, it doesn't have its major faults like the rest of the show has. It has some faults, but I like it. Um, but like, so the first 13 episodes is much more to opinion, but SAO Progressive follows floor by floor, and they went for like the first like 6 volumes, I think. But guess what, Ryan?
What?
I'm not actually sure about this. I should fact check this, but I'm not going to.
Someone at home fact check this because we're lazy.
I think they are releasing an anime. It's like the actual like
Oh yeah.
not just book. Holy crap! That was the first time I ever made that.
Wow, I am amazed.
But they are releasing the SAO Progressive as an anime.
Huh.
So following floor by floor, they will be following the guy and the girl's stories,
That would be.
and so that's cool.
Well, I
'Cause
mean, oh
I'm
yeah.
excited for.
Just looking at the stories that were told during SAO, like the first half of season one was some really interesting stuff. Right? I would love to hear the stories of how he got his different swords. Right? I'd love to have seen those battles. I don't think they spent a whole lot of time on that.
The game's most powerful swords. They never even say. Like,
Yeah.
they never
Or
show
like,
how.
don't they discuss him dual wielding, but then they don't really get into that much detail about how he like.
Well, kind of spoilers, and yeah, they don't. But also, it was kind of the way they explained it too. Was kind of it just appeared. There wasn't like anything big around
Okay,
it.
but like again, they put in so many opportunities to look at some really interesting arcs for characters. They did nothing about it.
Like, if they freaking like the episodes they had, and then they like added the added like continuation stories of the characters they met along the way, and like all that, like that would be really fun. I would really enjoy that because I like those characters. I like the world. I think it was fun. Oh, do you know one of my biggest problems with the show? That it bothers me almost more than the constant continuity errors.
Do tell.
So, do you remember? I think his name's Agiel. He's one of the main guy's friends. He's the bartender or the
Yes.
store owner. You remember him?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, well, in the real world, he owns a bar,
Yes.
and there's plenty of times they go and they like have drinks there, and it's sort of their meeting place, as in it's a background that they already have done.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Uh,
Wow. That was lucky.
so, uh, but that character, I love that character. I think he's very charming. He had some great scenes with the guy. There's very fun parts. However, what they decided to do is keep him in the show, keep his bar in the show, keep including him in his bar, yet never actually give him lines. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, they're too cheap to get a voice actor for it.
Well, and okay, and on that note of, oh my god, Red's at like 2 or 3.
Mhm.
Um,
Poor. That's a horrible motto. Donate, please.
Please, this actually, it's
Help the poor out. They need
the lower and middle class will
it.
be the part of the
Not
society
bad.
that help us.
It's not bad to help poor people.
Um,
Friend. Haley ended with 0.
oh my god, yeah, the egg was getting launched towards it. Um,
Pushing.
yeah, no, it kills my writer heart because like there was so much potential there, right? Even between the two main characters, right? There, first of all, I love their relationship in this Speedy nature. Like it was still wonderful, but there was so much potential for genuine character growth that I just didn't feel like like we got through their relationship and it felt like a real relationship, but they could have done it. They could have taken time with it. Like it just didn't feel well done.
I mean, okay, 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 if they ended everything after the 13th episode, like there
Yes.
was no more show, I would be perfectly happy with their relationship because my personal opinion about like people say like, oh, their relationship is rushed and whatever, like saying all that. Personally, I get part of it is definitely rushed. Like they basically start raising a kid after like being married for like a day. um, no spoilers. Oops.
No, they do though.
uh, it, but like keep in mind they had a not like a couple relationship but a relationship for 2 years before they really like get into like their relationship. Why are we both climbing on this thing?
Whoa.
But like they did have a decent, like, sure, it didn't show it a lot, but like they had their relationship, their friendship before, their rivalry sort of like they over time it wasn't rushed. It was rushed from what we saw, but like
Well,
for the starting, it wasn't rushed, and I thought it was good. Oh my god, if I fucking can't get this ring. Okay, thank god, I got my first ring.
um, well, okay, and you bring up an interesting point, and this is entirely okay because I agree. Actually, if they had ended at episode 13, that would have been
14.
fine. 14. That would have been fine. I would have been very happy with where the relationship was. I actually think they had a very, very genuine relationship that felt real. Um, but uh, and that's a testament A to the chemistry between the characters and B to the people who did write the relationship before them. Um, like they did a good job making it feel real in the rushed manner. So that is a true testament to the people who portrayed it, and to some degree, I don't know. I have a little bit of a harder time with it. Um,
I'm so sorry.
I have a little harder time with it, but but it felt, you know, there's a level of just trusting that they actually have a real relationship, even though you haven't seen much of it. That the audience has to take. They have to go, okay, yeah, you know what? We've seen 4 episodes of them together, but I feel like it. You know, it feels real. That doesn't always come across to other viewers, but
Hey Ryan, how long have we been recording for?
about 32 minutes. You done?
Well, I'm emotionally wiped from this game.
Yes, I am.
And I wanna leave the sort of online conversation with one final thing. If you don't want, it's not like a big spoiler. It's one of my problems with the show of how they write it. If you don't want to know, skip to the end of the video because those should be in a few seconds. But my god, they won't fucking like they won't let her develop as a character. They like it seems like they just refuse to. I feel like the second half of season 2, I feel like they tried. In my mind, they did. They failed. And everything I've personally seen is just her like, okay, like I get it. Like second half of season 1 was him trying to save her. So I get it. That's like that was his thing, and then in the later seasons her trying to save him. but like it's still, you don't get any development as a relationship. Even as her own character, you don't get her development. Like it's just her trying to help. There's
Yeah.
no there's no nothing. And that bothers me so much because I like her character. I think those first 13 episodes, she had great character development. It was great. It was done really well. But they just fucking won't do anything with her character. Fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's that.
Well, and I think this it's interesting. I think I'd be interested to look at the actual percentage of male versus female writers for that show, and directors and producers for that show, because I'd be willing to bet part of it is men not knowing how to write a woman's story. Oh, because that's a
Like,
hard thing to do, apparently.
it's not even like a woman's story. Like they did in the first 13 episodes, they did progress her character.
Yeah.
She character change. She developed by herself. She developed with someone. Like it there was
Well,
character
yeah, but
and it isn't happening. It's just so stationary and it's bothering.
have you heard of there's the Bechdel test and something else. But I think the Bechdel test is the idea of do two female characters have a conversation about anything but the other main character? Especially when
That's what bothers me so much is every single character in the show can't, like, they have to be obsessed with the main character.
yeah. Well, so and it's a very interesting testament about, like, there's a trade-off that has to occur because, yeah, part of it is a show that needs to be progressed forward or a movie that needs to be progressed forward, right? So of course you're going to talk about the main character. But specifically, do you have two female characters that ever have a conversation not about a man, right?
Yeah.
And it's a weird, it's a very good reminder of, like, shit. Because I'm sure the number of male characters that have a conversation about anything other than the romantic female love interest, pretty high, right?
Actually, almost every conversation is centered around the main guy.
Yeah, yeah.
The only times it's not is when it's about the bad guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And then usually they end up start talking about him too. But it's the time where they don't know about him that they don't talk about him. But once they do, it's everything people talk about. So,
Well, but
at least in Sword Art Online, for plenty of other things, it's true. But for this, I personally, almost everyone constantly talks about him. It's kind of weird.
yeah, yeah. Well, the other interesting thing though is, and sorry, this conversation is happening for as long as it is, but whatever. Is that, and this is back to Asuna. Yeah, we're using their names now, Kirito and Asuna.
I'm
Well, okay, but she, even in that first half of the first season, she doesn't really, like, she has first initial character growth, right? Before they get together, but that's more of them growing together and then growing together. I think I just said growing together twice, but
yeah.
they're growing closer together, and then they actually grow as a pair, right? So her entire arc is kind of still centered around their relationship. And so that, and not that that's a bad thing, because often it's a cool thing to watch them grow together.
So like it.
But it comes back to, I don't think the writers know how to write a female character, in a way that isn't in some way in a relationship or moving towards a relationship, right?
It's true.
Yeah. So it's
And other things those writers can't do. Write a good story. Enough of my hatred of Sword Art Online.
yes, and my unnecessary filmmaking critique.
How much I love the show.
I really liked the first couple episodes. I really did. Like, that was
They were good.
it was a lot of fun.
Okay. My final notes of the episode is I'm excited for Sword Art Online Progressive. I'm also terrified considering the later seasons are very bad. I'm excited. I'm excited nonetheless. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited to watch it. We'll be watching it. Also, if you're wondering, I'm not playing this. I'm just like 15 away. So I'm just gonna let it go and hopefully I'll get the next thing and then I'll never touch the game again because I hate it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, everyone. It's been good.
Comment down below your opinion of Sword Art Online. If you love it, comment that. If you hate it, comment that. Please don't argue in the comments if other people say that a different opinion. It's okay to have different opinions. Be nice, please.
You know what I really want? I want a majority of the comments to be don't know, don't care, or don't care, or don't know. Now I kind
Ooh,
of care.
That would be very funny. And comment down below. Do you like the first 13 episodes by itself? If you
As a
dislike the rest, that's
as a
fine.
mini series. All right, take care, everyone. Drink plenty of water.
Video over.
Video fucking over. All right, I'll stop recording.